This dude gets smacked in the face after walking into the store with absolutely nothing. And that is just one of the times when customers got kicked out on hardcore pawn. So, here's what happened. Ashley notices him pacing the showroom instead of heading to the counter with an item. Then suddenly he walks straight up and demands cash, saying the shop should help him out today. Ashley explains calmly that this is a pawn shop, not a bank. If he wants money, he needs something to pawn. The man doesn't like that answer and raises his voice. The shouting pulls Seth out of the back office. Seth tries to settle things down and asks the same simple question. What are you pawning today? Instead of answering, the man slams his hand on the counter and starts throwing threats. Customers nearby freeze while Ashley quietly steps back. That's when Les walks in, reading the tension instantly. He tells the man the deal is over and points toward the exit. But the guy pushes forward anyway. In a flash, Les snaps back with a sharp smack across his face. The man lunges again, and Les fires another smack before security storms in, grabbing him while Seth helps guide the chaos toward the door. Well, as it turns out, every once in a while someone walks into hardcore pawn thinking they run the place. Spoiler alert, they don't.
You start stealing stuff from my store, it's time for your ass to be thrown out. Oh, your pants are falling down.
And one thing everyone should already know, threatening the Gold family is the fastest way to meet the door.
I gotta be out here when you leave this mother. Watch your back, bitch.
Okay, that don't fly with me. You threatening me, mother?
What you mean am I threatening?
And trust me, wait for the last one. That's where things go completely off the rails.
I can wait all day.
Come on with me, my young man. Come on with me.
I wasn't even talking to you any.
Inside American Jewelry and Loan, some rules are set in stone, and so silver coming in for pawn cannot weigh under 30 grams. But a man rolls in holding a chain short today.
I was trying to find out because your sign was saying that I can get 30 days of free cash.
Hold on, what? The employee looked completely puzzled at first, not sure how to respond, until it dawned on him what the customer was actually talking about.
If you're a new customer with us, first 30 days, you can get interest-free loan. You only have to pay $1.
All right, maybe it was just a harmless mix-up. Those happen. The employee explained everything patiently, but the customer still looked like she was following an entirely different script.
But that's not what the y'all sign is saying.
You're just misreading it.
No,
It's
you're
your
misreading
problem.
it. That's not what the y'all.
Here's the deal. The sign promised 30 days interest-free loan cash when a customer brings a friend who might turn into a new customer. Pretty straightforward, right? Apparently not for everyone.
Our sign is saying, bitch, it says I get free cash for 30 days in this mother.
You're not getting no free cash.
Where does it say that?
Who told you to get in there?
You did, by
I'm
screaming.
not talking to you.
This store has seen every shade of crazy, but this one veered completely off the rails, and even her friend's face looked like a silent distress flare, begging.
I need my cash. I need my cash. It says it right here. Free cash.
Interest-free
If I bring
cash.
my friend, I brought my friend with me.
Seth, unsure how to handle this selectively blind customer, tried easing things down by offering her a chance to walk away with some money, but that move somehow made things worse.
What do you have to pawn?
Come on now. I don't have the time. I'm the
Instead of screaming, can you read? Read what
No,
it says.
can you read what
I can
You're
read.
mad,
I can.
Until then, she was just arguing, but now the real disrespect started showing. Seth's patience was wearing thin, and for someone else in the store, it had already snapped.
Read.
People is waiting to get in this line.
You don't have
Shut
to pawn.
Shut the up, for real.
All of a sudden,
Honestly, who wants to stand there listening to an argument dragging on about something that doesn't even make sense? Yet somehow, despite the mess already brewing, the other woman still managed to crank it higher.
Exactly. I don't know you, people. I don't know you. You got I come up here.
And just like that, it wasn't one problem anymore. It was two, and if they didn't want the whole place erupting like a pressure cooker, both of them had to go.
Leave me on the line, bitch. You got me fucked up. Let me go. No, bitch. Leave me on the line, bitch. I'm from that way.
If one knew how to read and the other knew when to stay quiet, this mess never starts. But even after getting tossed out the door, they kept the drama alive.
What up, bitch? Leave me on the line. What, bitch? Power up.
They really wanted to go at it, so we let them go at it in the parking lot for a little minute.
I ain't never that, bitch.
All I
Out there, it might look like entertainment for a minute, but inside this store, that sort of behavior simply doesn't fly.
Oh, I'll be back. That's what I thought. I'll be back. I'll be back.
God knows what happened after that, but they at least dodged 2 bullets without even trying. But wait for this next one, who attacked Seth so absurdly, it took him a moment to process what happened.
I want to pawn this ring that I have. I know that this part is fake, but I know the diamonds around it are Swarovski crystals.
Yes, you heard that right. She didn't say Swarovski, she said Swarovski. Seth was already puzzled by the fake yet real ring, but that word alone scrambled his brain.
What kind of crystals?
Swarovski.
Swarovski. I never heard of Swarovski's crystals. Swarovski? Yes. Swarovski? No.
You got to give Seth credit. He somehow kept a straight face, but wait, because she followed it up with a sweet little backstory that really tested everyone's composure.
My grandmother gave me that ring before she passed away, and she told me that they were Swarovski crystals.
The confidence she delivered it with actually made Seth pause before asking the obvious question, but when her answer came back, it certainly stayed perfectly loyal to the delusion. There was
So if they were Swarovski, because that's what it is, right?
If they were what?
Swarovski.
No, they're Swarovski.
I don't know what that.
no way it was Swarovski anyway, because selling a ring with fake parts just doesn't happen. And Seth really tried his best to walk her through that.
And you were telling me that this portion of the ring is fake.
Yeah, but these are Swarovski crystals on the outside.
So, of course, the ring was fake, and Seth couldn't have been less interested. Yet this woman seemed to arrive with the ending already written in her head.
Then I'm not leaving up out of here without no money for my crystals.
I'm not interested in your crystals.
No, I'm not going.
Even with all the patience Seth showed, she kept pushing further, and the demand turned so disrespectful, he couldn't help but ask that question.
Do you not understand English?
Do you not understand English?
I understand
Do you not
English.
understand the word Swarovski crystals?
No, I don't.
I just told you that my grandmother said that these are Swarovski crystals. So
Soon she realized that deal wasn't happening. Still, instead of letting it go, she placed another strange proposal on the table.
since you won't give me no money for the Swarovski crystals, I have something that's real.
Really?
Given her first proposal, trusting her version of real was already shaky, yet what she was referring to now somehow managed to be even wilder than anyone expected.
These right here, they're real. They're real. Can I get some money for those? Or you're gonna give me some money for something?
Wait, what just happened there? Seth and the guard looked like they'd been compromised just seeing it. Then Seth dropped a line that landed like the perfect mic drop.
Would you like to pawn those?
You're gonna give me something before I...
If you're making me choose, I'll take the ring.
Well, that face drop was priceless. There was no bouncing back from an ego crack like that, because it basically worked as a verbal escort straight toward the exit.
You know what? All this fake ass. You don't know no crystals when you see a mother. You, bitch. Whatever.
Have a nice day.
While Seth and the guard stepped away to rinse their eyes after that sight, Les spotted another customer pulling something so absurd it left him stunned.
I see a guy walking around the store pulling off my shelves. What the hell?
Now that's the kind of confidence worth studying, because the guy not just ignored the camera completely, but even Les, standing right there watching, didn't seem to shake him.
I need some money. I got kicked out. My mama kicked me out last night. What can you give me for all this?
Yep, not only did he steal from the store, instead of running, he walked straight up to Les, leaving Les standing there with his jaw practically parked on the floor.
Where'd you get the vacuum?
Got it from my mom's basement.
Where did you really get it?
Leas didn't just give him one chance. He offered several chances to come to his senses, but what the guy said next slammed the door shut.
From fool?
I'm sorry, what'd you call me?
A fool!
The speed every head snapped toward him said everything about who looked foolish there, and that was the moment Les decided he'd tolerated more than enough.
You think I'm that stupid that I didn't see you pull the off the floor?
You, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about
Disrespecting Les once might have slid by, but doubling down on it was the mistake he'd soon wish he never made.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, buddy?
What are you gonna do?
What do you want me to do?
Do something!
What do you want me to do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you...
So far, he had only been pushing his luck, but with Les standing nose to nose, you'd expect him to stop. Instead, he tossed another curveball that left everyone stunned.
What are you gonna do, buddy?
Obviously you don't know who in the you're talking to. Bald-toothed, bald-headed mother.
That right there was the closing bell. Any more words would have just fed the chaos, so Les cut it off immediately and ended the situation without giving it another second.
time to go.
Oh, man.
Get out of my store. You understand what I
What are you
just
gonna do if I
said?
don't?
Well, he was about to learn exactly what Les would do if he didn't find the exit, because in all that chaos, he hadn't noticed who was standing right behind him.
Do it.
Keep walking, buddy.
Naturally, he didn't leave peacefully and pushed back instead, which somehow made the situation even worse for him, though everyone else watching couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, your pants are falling down, buddy.
Stand on up. Stand up.
Now that was just another wannabe oversmart customer who met his fate in a laughable way. But some were worse. Ones who didn't just try random tricks, they came planned for it.
Turning these indoor asking for a refund.
I mean, they tested them when we was here, but when we got to our work site, it just stopped working.
Sure, one malfunction is believable, but 3 failing together sounds like voodoo logic. Before anything else, Ashley calmly decided to take a look at the receipt.
There you go.
When'd you guys buy it?
Earlier.
For it to break only hours after being bought felt suspicious, and Seth nearby picked up on that instantly, giving it one look before jumping in with a question.
We doing construction.
Great.
So how we gonna do construction if this don't work?
Where's the battery?
Bingo, it looked like they grabbed it for a day, used it, then tried bringing it back. But Seth, staying sharp, spotted one more detail that flipped everything on them.
We gave it to you with the battery.
The battery is at the work site. We on the clock.
There was clearly something off, but they forgot these don't run on batteries alone. So Les plugged them in, and just like that, the truth popped out.
Oh, that works.
What is you saying?
Because it wasn't working at the job site.
Okay, time. Let's look.
Well, that outcome was pretty obvious, but they still went for it. Even then, the customer wouldn't budge. So the next move was simple. Time to test the second one.
I want my money back.
I'm not getting loud with you, so don't get loud with me. Oh, that one
There you
works
go.
too.
Imagine that.
Perhaps they just didn't know how to use it properly, since everything clearly worked. Ashley stepped in and highlighted one major thing they had overlooked.
They're not working at the job.
See where it says no cash refunds?
Yeah,
No.
I don't care.
Cash
It don't matter. It don't matter about that. It don't matter
Don't
about
grab it
that.
out of my
actually didn't matter was their opinion, because that didn't change the facts, yet Ashley still tried to help and offered them one last option to resolve everything.
battery back, and we'll see if that works.
No,
That's
we're
all I'm
not
doing.
bringing nothing back. What y'all gonna do is give us our money.
At this point, it had clearly gotten out of hand, and the situation ahead didn't look pretty, though Seth was already set to handle it.
back
No, I'm
We are
not.
not going to give you anything.
You go, my money
We are not going to give it to you.
This was not working at the job site, so why?
It's working now, because it's working.
The customers and employees just stood there stunned, barely believing what just played out, and could almost see an invisible countdown ticking for those two.
You're reading this. We're all
Unfortunately, Seth had sent the guards home earlier for acting unprofessionally, so this mess kept going longer than usual until suddenly something shocking changed everything. Yep,
Thank you.
Wait, walk out, bro. Talk,
it barely took a minute for them to dodge those wannabe gangsters and their supposedly broken machines, and right there, their little scheme came to a sad ending.
I'm working on the work site.
coming, bro. Y'all got electricity?
Good job.
While another oversmart customer had just tried and failed, a new one walked in, carrying the belief that the rules somehow didn't apply to her.
Give me 3.
Okay, gold's dropped, so,
That's not my problem if gold is dropped.
well, you're gonna get $250.
No.
Loans and gold sales never stay fixed, since everything moves with the day's gold rate. Though the customer standing there clearly didn't like that reality.
Not 250. Get a manager.
250.
No, not 250. I want to speak to your manager.
The employee's face practically said, "Here we go again," but just then Ashley walked over and cut straight to it, asking how far apart the estimate and demand were.
Need how much?
3.
Okay.
Just because the price of gold has gone down, that's not my problem.
Okay.
That right there was the issue. When someone occasionally gets a higher price than normal, entitlement creeps in, and Ashley looked like she was just about done with it.
No, I want my $50. The extra $50.
If you want
No,
to
give me my extra $50. Come on! Where'd she go?
With the woman getting louder in front of the whole crowd, it became important to move her aside and deal with the situation one-on-one.
The price of gold has gone down.
Give me my money.
This is exactly what we feared would happen when customers get offered less than what.
Somehow she behaved as if Ashley controlled the gold market herself, took the drop personally, and what she did next completely crossed into crazy territory.
They're used to.
You had to bring him around because you scared?
I'm not scared.
Now let's go the outside. Let's.
Even though Ashley looked completely unbothered, she knew stretching this argument longer was unnecessary. So she calmly stepped in and delivered the final goodbye.
Go.
Here you
Let's go.
Take your bracelet and have a good day.
Everybody in here.
Have a good day and walk
I ain't never
outside.
coming back to this store.
Even after the guard tossed her out like a pebble, she was still talking big.
You gotta have a charger. I can't turn it up.
The whole point of bringing an electronic is proving it works, because without power, the body means nothing. Yet the customer decided to get clever and try playing it smart.
Get up and see if it works.
Nope.
It ain't gonna hurt just to plug it in there, just.
I can't do that.
I mean, what if I go get the charger and come back?
Then I'll see if I can take.
It was supposed to be straightforward, check the quality, and close the deal fast, but the surprise landed when Ashley asked him what price he was expecting from it.
Take it and see what you want for it. How much were you looking to get?
Like 150.
No. When you come back with the charger, I'll give you 70.
The rate was the rate, so it was simply his choice to take the deal or walk away, but thinking he was the sharpest one there, he tried raising the stakes.
25 a gallon.
I'm
I
sorry.
gotta go use some gas to go get the charger.
Then you should have brought it in the first place. It doesn't turn on. So as far as I know,
It wasn't Ashley's fault he forgot the charger, and Les, watching from a distance, quickly caught the customer trying to twist the situation, so he stepped in and spelled things out clearly. By then, every logical door had shut on it.
Do you know what it is?
What you mean what it is?
How big is the hard drive?
I don't need to know all that.
That's why you need the charger.
it doesn't turn on.
There was not even a point left arguing for before the laptop even powered on. Yet somehow that simple idea felt difficult.
You're not telling me what I want to hear. I mean,
Go get the charger and come back.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. I can't tell you. What?
And just like that, the voices jumped a notch for no real reason. Ashley kept explaining calmly, but the customer escalated, and Les wasn't about to let it go further. But somehow even that didn't faze him.
Want more than $70.
Here's what you're understanding.
For this.
I'm not going to give you 70.
Now he simply had two listeners for his delusional price demands, and seeing the disruption, Les decided he was a ticking bomb of not needed chaos.
Come over here and say what she's saying, right?
Exactly right.
Okay, well, what you saying too? I want some money for my.
All right, come on with me.
Everybody can talk better than you can.
Here.
Keep it up.
Talk as long as.
No one in the store could really solve the situation except the customer himself. Yet instead of accepting that he continued taking shots at Ashley, he should have been glad Les stayed calm and only wanted him escorted out, even after he disrespected his daughter. But that calm seemed to give him false confidence to push things further. That was the final straw.
Not in my store, you can't.
What you mean not in your store? You don't own. You can take that $70 and fill your gas tank up with.
There you go.
I think I'm stupid.
He lost even the chance to walk out on his own, and Les decided he was the kind who needed to be hauled out. But even after all that, the guy couldn't swallow the rejection. And with Ashley gone, he made a terrible call and decided to turn his attention toward Les instead. Les stood there staring at his overconfidence in disbelief and told him firmly to leave one last time. Though judging by his behavior, the message still hadn't landed. Seeing no reaction anymore, the man started leaving. Les assumed the scene was finished and told him goodbye, but the guy tossed one remark that cranked it instantly. Thinking Les would be intimidated was the worst miscalculation possible, because instead, it made him so furious he practically had to hold himself back from doing something ugly. That was it. The most insanely disrespectful customer to walk through those doors, and Les, together with the guards, made sure he never returned. From delusional price tags to customers pushing the Gold family way past their patience, this one had everything. And the moment someone decided threatening the owner was a good idea, well, that was the exact second the clock ran out. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe for more wild moments from the pawn shop floor, and drop a comment telling me the craziest customer moment from this video.